I was doing some last minute typing in, trying to figure out if we can go live onto Facebook as well. So Thomas and Kristen will give that a look-see. This is our second time doing a test before the Bead Bonanza that's coming up on Friday morning. We are at 10 a.m. Pacific, which would be 1 p.m. Eastern if you're out on the East Coast. And we are just testing, trying to make it move and work as smoothly as we possibly can. But, you know, like with anything new, it's always a little tricky. We'll see. Today we are testing a giveaway. We didn't realize we had to add it as an item yesterday, so we didn't get a chance to do that. I don't know if Thomas can pin the giveaway for us so we can see it. I don't know how this works. I don't know. I read somewhere it's automatic and one of you will be chosen and it will be added to your order. Is that possible? I don't know. We're going to find out. So we have a giveaway lined up. It is the quad, which is 4 spools of Softflex beading wire. These are all 10-foot spools in 4 different colors. It's a really beautiful color palette. It has our dark blue lapis, our tanzanite, our pink tourmaline, and the color of the year, spinel. Can start it or edit it. That seems so strange that you can't pin it, but whatever. We'll go with it and see what happens. So we're hoping to give one of these away to one of you, but we don't know how it works. So you're our official guinea pigs. I'm going to flip the camera down and we are going to take a look at what I got on my table here. So yesterday, if you tuned in, it was our very first time doing Whatnot. And so I talked a lot about Softflex beading wire, which is our main product at softflexcompany.com. We have a flexible beading wire that you can string beads with, but also do lots of other things with. And I made this really fun little bracelet. We did some crimping on the ends. We used some color Softflex beading wire. We also added a little charm dangle here. You can watch that program from yesterday right here on Whatnot if you want to learn more about Softflex. It says I'm live on YouTube. Does that mean I'm also live on Facebook? Hopefully. Anyway, moving right along. Live on YouTube and Facebook. Yay! We did it. That's great. Today, during our second test run, I was playing around with this super cute earring using the arabesque beads. I haven't really gotten to use these beads yet. We got all those bead bundles in sort of at the same time. And so I was excited to break open my favorite color, the turquoise, and make this little earring. I'm going to show you how to make this using our Softflex craft wire today. We added a few spools of craft wire to our marketplace here on Whatnot. We have it in a 22 gauge, and then we added it in 3 different metal tones. The gold, the silver, and the copper. I will be using the copper today, but they all work the same way. Softflex craft wire is manufactured here in the USA. It is a copper-based wire that has sometimes a silver plating. These do not. Oh, well, this one does. This one does not. This one does. These both have silver plating. And then a color coating over the top of it if it has an additional color to it, or a clear polyurethane coating for those that do not, that you want that metallic color to show through. So it's really fun to use. It comes from 16 gauge to 28 gauge. We're using just the 22 gauge today, so that's what we loaded into the marketplace. Our marketplace is only available while we're live on this video. So if you want to purchase something, make sure you purchase it while we're live today, or tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, when we're live for the Bead Bonanza, you can purchase again, but it will not be open otherwise because we're still trying to figure out the ins and outs of Whatnot and the accounting end of using this platform. So this is your big chance. Everything we've listed on Whatnot, we have rounded down to the nearest dollar. So every single item in our shop is discounted. Some of them discounted more than others. Like if you're buying a bead bundle, like the Arabesque bead bundle, it's marked 30% off from its full retail price. If you were to buy each individual strand by themselves, you get 30% off for buying all 5 strands at once in the bead bundle. And then it's rounded down to the nearest dollar. So there's a little bit more of a discount than you would find typically on our website. So let's get going on this. So this little piece here comes in multiple different metals. This little piece comes in multiple different metals. And these little guys come in multiple different metals. So when I was looking through these beads, I was thinking about, what we had stock in, because some of these we don't have a lot of stock. Like these pieces, we only have a few pairs in 2 metals. So it was kind of limiting in what I could decide to put together. So I decided to do a little bit of a mixture of metals and see how it turned out. And I think it turned out really cute. And I actually have an idea for to change it up a little bit since I'm going to make it twice. I always like to give another alternative, and then you can kind of decide how you want to make it on your own. Okay, so let's start with this piece. This is called a cathedral 5-to-1 connector. You can use it for chandelier earring like I am today, but you can also use it to connect 5 strands and make it down to 1. So if you were doing like 5 strands in front of a necklace, maybe 5 beautiful pearl strands, but then just 1 strand up the back, you would do one of these on each side, have your 5 strands in the middle, and it would connect everything to just 1 connection. It comes in that really pretty copper, a really pretty gold plated, and a really pretty silver plated. These are all made by Tierra Cast. They're made right here in California, where we also live and have our headquarters. And both companies are in Sonoma County. So we're north of San Francisco, up in Sonoma. So I'm going to be using the copper one today, but you could totally switch it out if you love gold or you love silver. You could kind of make this into your own thing by sort of choosing the different parts the way you want them to go. Get them together. Awesome, everybody. I'm so glad to see all of you here. And I know it was on short notice, so I really appreciate you showing up and hanging out with me today. And hopefully you'll be back for the Bead Bonanza tomorrow morning. So this Arabesque bundle comes in 5 colors. It was very hard to choose what color to use today. I was really drawn to this one, this beautiful brown and copper. But then I was like, oh, that might be a little too much of the same if I'm using the copper finding. And I wanted to use the copper finding. So then I was like, oh, I could go really funky and do this kind of pink tourmaline color. But I ended up deciding on this really pretty turquoise with a gold wash. Where is the wire made? All of our wire that I've shown you is made in the USA. Soflex beading wire is made in the USA, and Soflex craft wire are made in the USA. We do have a brand called Econoflex, which is our hobby craft beading wire, and that is made in China. But all of our Soflex beading wire, extreme beading wire, metallics beading wire, craft wire, it's all made in the USA. As are our crimps, as are the components that I'm using today. Yeah, all of it. Okay, so I chose the turquoise. I'm going to move these kind of off to the side here so they're out of the way. and grab a couple of these out. So my idea after I made this was like, what if I were to attach the sweet gold? I need to go up a little bit, don't I? Here, let me move this just ever so slightly this way so that you can see me. And you can also flip the comments, is my understanding. You can flip the comments off the screen if you want to see better. I don't know if you swipe left, swipe right. It also can make you purchase, so be careful how you're swiping. You know, but swipe carefully. Okay, but here's what I was thinking. I was thinking this sweet little Buddha that we added yesterday because I wasn't sure if I was going to put it on my bracelet or not. And then I ended up deciding on this beautiful star and moon charm instead of the Buddha charm. It could look super cute in this earring. So I'm going to give it a try and see what happens. I've got my Reina earring post. I'm going to be attaching that at the top with just a simple jump ring. And I'm also going to be using some of these sweet little spacer beads. These are also from Tierra Cast. They're kind of my favorite thing. They're so pretty. I use them all the time. They come in all the same metal tones that we've been using. They just, I don't know, they just fit so easily with things. They've been really helpful. Okay, so I'm going to grab out my Softflix craft wire. I am using the non-tarnished copper. We do have a bare copper. If you like to manipulate your wire, you would want to get the bare copper. This one has a coating, which is going to keep it kind of this bright coppery color for a very long time. Always kind of hold on to your spool when you open it. Sometimes they'll just go bloop and unloop on you. So I usually kind of hold on to it, get some out, close it back up again. I've got my nylon jaw pliers that I'm going to straighten my wire out with. And this is kind of how I start every craft wire project. I just always kind of clean up that wire, and then I can come in and do a project. In this case, because I normally just work off the spool, but in this case, since that'll be a little fiddly, since I'm showing you how to do something, I'm going to go for just like a nice long piece that I know is probably way too long, but is going to be helpful for getting this project going. I'm going to take my round nose pliers, which I believe are also listed in our marketplace. They're very handy. That's how you make all of your loops. They're graduated, so you can make a bigger loop to a smaller loop. I'm going to make one right about there. I've got, decent amount of wire on this end and then most of my wire on the other end. I'm going to turn and make a 90-degree angle in my wire. Then I'm going to take it over the top of that round nose. I'm going to move my plier to the side of my circle, my half circle, and then I'm going to pull this under. So what I get is a really nice little connection piece. I'm going to open that up ever so slightly so that I can hook it onto my cathedral piece and slide it in here. So now that I've got that, I can use either a chain nose plier. Sometimes when I'm in a tight loop like this, I'll just come in with my round nose plier and hold on to that. And then I'm just going to bend this around the base. We have tons of how-to videos on the Softflix Company YouTube channel. So if you're interested in learning lots of different jewelry making techniques, definitely subscribe here on Whatnot because we're hoping this works well and we're going to be doing a lot of videos here. But also, you can go check out our YouTube channel to see lots of very cool techniques and projects. We do live videos on a pretty regular basis. How did you send out the discount code? I've lost it. I think we sent it by email. That's probably the best way to find it. Okay, so now that I've got this on here, now I'm going to just simply bend back and up the back side of my bead. That's going to be the back of my earring too. I'm going to go to the side and around the top. Then I can come in with my cutters and just snip that down. And then I do need my chain nose pliers to just sort of click that into place and make sure it's not sticking out. It's not going to get stuck on my hair. Then what I do when I come here, do you see how it's holding just like a little bit to the side? I'm just going to ever so slightly bend until I get that sort of facing nice and straight out the way I want it to. Okay, we're on to the next link, which is going to be one of these little metal spacer beads. Has the cutest little flower on it. It's part of a desert series that Tierra Cast did last year that I just really fell in love with. And again, you could switch out the metal tone. You don't have to use copper. You could use the gold or the silver. I'm not sure what's available in our shop, but you can look and see the different options there. So I'm going to get another piece. It doesn't need to be quite as large because I'm not doing as large of a bead this time. I also have a lifetime supply of Softflex craft wire, so I can be like very generous when I'm doing a sample. I've learned over the years, whereas I know a lot of us or a lot of you out there are probably trying to be frugal with your wire and may just work. We're going to turn here. We're going to go over the top. We're going to turn here and go under. And then I'm going to, again, just ever so slightly open, string onto that metal piece. At the end of the show today, I'm going to be doing something called rating. All of you Whatnotters are probably like super used to that and have done that before. I'm brand new to this concept, but my friend Kay Goss from Beadoria is going live after me at 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you're still around, I can send you her way, and I can promise you she will be super entertaining and fun to watch. I have known her for years upon years upon years, and she is a fantastic, quick, fun, energetic designer. And you're going to really love her show. So now I'm going to kind of pay attention. Where is the back of my design versus where is the front of my design? So if this is my front, then I want to bend the wire back behind that bead. And then I can come back here and wrap. So it's hardest on these little beads because they are tight to hold on to. But if I can do it, you can do it. We've got a little attachment there. I'm going to go in and just trim. Do not stress yourself about making these wraps perfect. They actually look quite good when they're a little messy and imperfect. And you can always kind of mess around with the piece after you get it to get it to look a little bit better if you're wanting it to hang a little differently or whatever it is that you want to do. All right, we're going to try this Buddha in the center, and I'm just going to use a jump ring. I do not have these in the shop today. I'm just using a basic copper jump ring to attach the top and to attach the Buddha in the center to see what it looks like. I have a hard time making the same thing twice. I do usually do it for earrings, but in this case, I was like, I really want to see what this looks like. So it's easiest to open jump rings with 2 chain nose pliers. I sometimes like to use my magical crimpers that I always have handy as my second pair of chain nose pliers. And so I will take that and then just really wiggle that open this way, front to back, not side to side. I am going to slide my Buddha on. And then I'm going to slide this middle piece on. Now this can get a little fiddly, so we'll see if I can do it without dropping everything. I sometimes get the live video fiddles where, everything doesn't quite match up. So I'm taking that back and forth until those 2 sides like really match each other and nothing's going to just drop out of there easily. Oh, I love it with the Buddha. It's good. Very cool. Okay, we're going to do the other side of this now. So the next one would be one of these little metal beads. So we're going to take a decent sized piece of Softlex craft wire, smooth it out. There we go. And trim. So I just think there's probably so many fun options with the different colors of beads, the different colors of wire, the different colors of the findings. You can kind of play around to make your own individual version. New tools are always fun to play with. Oh, I'm so glad you got a pair of pliers. That's great. So I made my right angle. I'm going over the top, moving to the side, and then up and under to make like a nice little loop. It's already a little open, which is perfect because I'm going to slide it onto here. And I don't want to have too hard of a time doing that, although I'm already having a hard time. Let me see. There it goes. Okay, and then we're going to come in from the side here and kind of push those 2 together so that loop is completed. Holding on and wrapping. You can do a few loops or just one, whatever you feel good about. Usually do a couple. I try not to worry too much, like I said, about it looking perfect or being perfect. Just kind of let it be what it is and let it not be too stressful. I do like to tuck this in though. Don't like to worry about that little wire poking out. Okay, now we're again paying attention. Where's the front and where's the back? So once I know that, I can bend my wire so that it's facing the right direction. Let me see if I got that. Almost. And then I'm going to wrap around the top. Who here has never heard of Softlex before? Before joining us here on Whatnot, I'm curious to see if we are maybe reaching some new folks out there that have never heard of us before. Awesome. You got the chain nose and the round nose. I know it sounds like you have to buy each individual item, right? It does bundle it in your shipment, though. I learned that today because we did ship our first orders from yesterday's show. So if you bought something yesterday, it will hopefully be going out today. Yeah, all show items are rounded down to the dollar. So every single item is on sale. That's in our marketplace. It's kind of funny, Whatnot has to have whole numbers. So rather than rounding up, we rounded down. And so it gives you an opportunity to get a little discount while you're testing out one of our products. Okay, last piece, we're going to add this arabesque bead on the side, and then we will add the top and see what we think. And maybe we can do a vote, this or that, on which one you guys prefer. Oh, let me make my loop first. Let's do it in the same order every time, right? Just makes it easier. So I always think, have you guys watched Legally Blonde recently? I always think of the the bend and snap whenever I talk about making this. Bend and snap. So funny. That movie is pretty funny. There we go. And then we're going to open it up. I mean, it really was no surprise that the Barbie movie did so well when Legally Blonde has been such a hit for so many years. It seems like a perfect movie to come out. Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you for your purchase. We really appreciate it. We put a lot of work into Whatnot this week, so every purchase is really, really, really appreciated. Because we really put a lot into it. But I think it's going to be fun to be part of the Bead Bonanza tomorrow. We're really excited to try out this platform and maybe meet some new folks that have never heard of us before or have heard of us but haven't seen us lately because we're just not hanging out where they're hanging out, you know. So we'll see what happens. All right, now I know my front is this side and my back is this side. And then I kind of want to wrap it a similar fashion to that one. So I'm going to come up on this side and go in and around. And boy, is it easier to wrap these big arabesque beads compared to those little tiny dangle beads. There we go. We got that all secured and ready to go. Now we're gonna, this would make a great pendant too. My coworker Joyce earlier had suggested I maybe make it into a pendant, but it could totally be a pendant, and you could hang it from some copper colored soft flex, just with the jump ring going the right direction. Do some copper colored soft flex, or you could do the turquoise, or you could do a mixture. String that up as a necklace. That would be really, really pretty. I'm going to attach the earring finding because we're going to do this or that, but almost anything like this that you make into an earring could also become a pendant if that is your preference. Or if you don't wear earrings, but you like the look of this, maybe that would be an adaptation that you would make for you to wear it. Okay, so we're going to grab our chain nose plier and our magical crimper. and very carefully open up that jump ring wide enough that we can fit on this piece. And we want to think about which way we want this to face because we've got a front and we've got a back. So I'm going to slip it on. Oh, it's not quite wide enough. I'm going to slip it on this direction, knowing that that is my front and that's the way I want it to face when it flips up. I was going to stop in and shop not far from me today, but I was early and they weren't open, but they'll be here tomorrow. Oh, well, good. That works. What shop is it that you were going to stop into? Was it a bead shop or some other kind of shop? Okay, we're going to do a this or that vote. Get ready. Get set. This or that. Which do you like better? Which one would you prefer? Ooh, Fern says that. Oh, we got a this. We got another this. Oh, we love the bead place. They actually might be watching right now, and they are part of the Bead Bonanza, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of thises. Would you like that if it were a pendant? Would you think that was better if it were a pendant rather than an earring? Or if it was a different charm, would you like it better? I have all these questions. I'm full. I should do one of those polls. I don't know if you can do them once you're live, though. But I saw there was a poll option. Fern says no. She likes this, period. Awesome. Well, very good. That's such a fun earring. Some of the other options that I have that are similar use our drop bundle, which I'll show you here in just a minute. So here is a similar option. I used craft wire. I used head pins on this one. So just a little ball head pin wrapped up at the top, but wrapped in the same kind of way that we did the other one, and then attached to that Reina earring post. And then I did it in gold as well. And this one I did with the Softlex craft wire, and maybe I'll show you this little trick too a little later in the program before I leave, but you can actually make Softlex craft wire sort of into its own little head pin rather than wrapping up the bead. And then I just have those little wraps at the top. And that is another one of the drops from the drop bundle. So here's the drop bundle, which is available as well as that arabesque bundle that we just used for these earrings. Oops, Thomas went so fast he got that drop bundle up there. and then I switched gears and said, oh, here's the arabesque bundle. That's kind of like the way this whole week's been going, huh, Thomas? These are 5 really fun, beautiful colors, 30% off when you buy them in a bundle, and you can just swipe and buy them today. This is a really good one. And I think these earrings turned out totally so cute. So those are those. Here are the drops that we just looked at in the other earrings. They come in 5 colors as well. One of them I used yesterday here on Whatnot. It was the purple, which is actually really, really pretty. It doesn't show up on camera really well, but I took a picture of it, and it's stunning. That purple is so pretty when you get the right light. So we've got kind of a turquoisey color, a really pretty spinel garnet color, that amethyst, purple, black, and then there's a tanzanite color in that bundle as well. This is by far my favorite bundle. I love the arabesque beads too. I saw a few of you bought them yesterday when we were live here on Whatnot. But these beads, I think, are just gorgeous. So pretty. And again, that's what I used for that project. I wear these all the time. And I wear these all the time. I swiped the earring post off of them for my earrings today. But I wear these quite a bit. And I'm going to leave this out so it reminds me that I'm going to show you how to make that little bottom piece before I go today. And I will be rating Kay Goss here in just a little bit so you can see what she's got going on. She's part of the Bead Bonanza as well this weekend and doing a little testing today. So we are testing out the raid feature. And if you're still here, I will be sending you her way. She's fantastic. And I'm sure she's going to have some really good projects to share with you. I am keeping Thomas on his toes, poor guy. Thank you, Kim. The bead bundles are all really beautiful. Here is a third bead bundle. We ordered all of these directly from the Czech Republic and from a little family-owned business over there, and that we do business with quite frequently. And I feel like the colors are super fun. Some of these are just absolutely stunning. And these would make great. I haven't used these yet from one of these chandelier pieces, but they would work so well. That's why I ordered them. It was for a project just like this one, to drop from those sweet little chandeliers that we got from Tierra Cast this year. Thomas is amazing. Thomas has been doing so much this week. We have a live sale going on our Facebook page that ends tonight, and he is in charge of gathering all the information there. So he's been working diligently on that, and then he's been loading up products, and then he's been figuring out giveaways, and just has been really a shining star this week. So I'm so glad he is my forever coworker, like since I was 18, which is crazy. Thomas feels like an air traffic controller. I want to show you a few more things, and then I'll show you how to make that head pin real fast before you have to go. Here's a pair of earrings that I made with a thicker gauge of Softwix craft wire, and then a thinner gauge to decorate it. So there's a lot of options once you start playing around with the craft wire and the different gauges and with different tools. You can make your own jump rings. You can make your own ear wires. You can make your own components that you decorate. So if you ever are looking for some inspiration with craft wire, every once in a while, Kristen and I will break out a coffee with craft wire, and we will do craft wire projects. And there's a playlist of those, I believe, on our Softwix Company YouTube channel that you can check out to learn more about all of our fun craft wire projects. We do free projects multiple times a week. We do a lot of free projects. It's kind of crazy how many projects we do over the course of a year. This is a new finding that we had just gotten in for the Great Bead Extravaganza Midsummer Market. And they come, I believe, sometimes in packages of 4, sometimes in packages of 6. And I thought I would just quickly show those to you today. You could do something like this from something like this too. You know, if you like that motif with the stars, there are other component options for attaching things, right? So This is a really fun one that comes in gold or silver, and it is also marked down here today on Whatnot and will be tomorrow morning at 10 if you join us for the Bead Bonanza. These are beadwork components. They are often used with bead weaving, but we have been using them for that reason, but also have been just attaching fun things to them, like a little dangle and then attaching an ear wire. I put one inside of a bezel. See, I have that here that I'm going to show you in more detail tomorrow morning when we do our midsummer market kit. I will be opening up the very, very summer kit tomorrow. But I used some diamond glaze and set this finding inside of it and then just put seed beads in around the edge and then diamond glazed over the top. So there's lots of different ways to use components. And I always like to look at how I can take a component and maybe flip it on its side or use it in a way that's just kind of totally different than maybe how the manufacturer intended it, but is all a lot of fun all the same. Kristen had put together a piece where she hooked these together. I think she did it like this direction with jump rings and made it into like a centerpiece for a necklace. So then you can drop a dangle down and attach at the top, and you've got this really unique looking, very cool component. So that can be fun as well. So these are a package. The gold colored would come in its own package. But you could, if you don't like a mixed metal, you could do the same thing with the same color metal. And you would only need one package because multiples come in a package. I hopefully it says in the description how many. And then you just attach jump ring, jump ring, jump ring to get those to go together. These are super fun. These little eye beads, you can do a little drop down the center. You can wire wrap a bead in the middle. And you can, of course, do some beaded fringe if that's what you're into. That could be fun. You could wrap beads around the outside if you wanted to. And there's a nice little loop at the top for you to attach into your ear wire onto your design as a pendant. Or weave wire in and out. Yeah, totally. And that comes in a gold and a silver finish. I was playing around with the rainbow, and I'm not a bead weaver or a bead, I'm seed bead enthusiast, but I was playing around with the idea of doing some fringe off these little cute rainbows, and could definitely be done a little better. But it was fun to just sort of play with it and see how it would end up looking. You can get that component in gold or in a silver tone. Really fun. I imagine you could even do some seed beads through here if you wanted to do a full rainbow. Like, there's probably a lot of options that I haven't even thought of with these components. So these are fairly new to us. We just loaded them up this summer, like I said, for the Great Bead Extravaganza Midsummer Market, which was in July. So they're about a month old on the website. They just came out this year. We found them in Tucson and brought them in from our Tucson trip. So hopefully some of you are excited about those and want to check those out, and you'll be able to find them right here in the Whatnot on the Whatnot video. Again, I'm coming toward the end of my show. It's 4:46. I'm ending by 5 because I want to send whoever's here over to Kay. Make sure you place your order before I end because we are not leaving our things live in the marketplace after. We're still working on the accounting portion of doing Whatnot since this is only our second show. I really want to make sure that we're prepared and able to ship your product in a timely fashion and get everything, dot all of our I's, cross all of our T's before we go wild on Whatnot. So make sure if you wanted anything that you check that out now before the show is over. Okay, I'm grabbing all these up and I'm going to show you these bead mixes real fast. These are in the shop as well. These are brand new too. They just came out a couple of weeks ago, maybe even 2 weeks ago. They are ceramic bead mixes, and I have them in a very small, a medium. I think it's, oh gosh, I can never remember what we name them. And then the largest size. Thomas will have to type it out. Can I order more and Thomas pay for it? Oh, that would be nice. I don't know. Thomas, are you paying for stuff? Look at how pretty that little mix is. So they are all custom curated by our team in Sonoma. Rosa, if you know her from our live sales, is heading up the job and making sure that they all look good together. But what I mean by that isn't that they all exactly match. What I mean by that is that you might get a surfboard like this. Then you might get 2 brown fish, another little fish bead. Like it's going to be a combination of things that can maybe work together. And some flowers, some stars, but it's not going to be like, oh, you get 2 of every single bead and they all exactly go together. It's a hand curated mix from a big thing of beads, and there will be some that match perfectly, like these 2 pink stars, and there will be some that'll be just ever so slightly different, like these flippers, swimming flippers, and a surfboard. They're really fun. They're called the Marvelous Mystery Mix of Beads. I've got 3 sizes on those. It's a fantastic deal. Bead soup for the soul. I love that. Totally. And each one is going to be a little different and unique. No 2 are the same. So if you want more than one, go for it. You're going to get something different each time. And the best buy is the big one. You get the most beads per, percent if you get the big one. So the way I ended up buying these, I was saying it yesterday, but I'm sure some of you weren't here for it yesterday. I bought a huge bin, like one of those under the bed tubs full of beads. So this jar right here has 990 ceramic beads, minus a couple that I used in my bracelet. So, and this is one small piece of that bin. It was like a crazy, heavy, huge bin. So we've been having fun going through it and making all sorts of fun little curated ceramic bead mixes that you can get for a limited time while we have them. Tomorrow on the Bead Bonanza, I will be opening up this kit, which was our Midsummer Market kit for the Great Bead Extravaganza. We had this really strange thing happen with inventory where we ended up having more than we thought. And since the event was over, we've been sitting on a few of them. And so I thought I would open one and make a couple things from it. And just show everybody who's here on Whatnot that's maybe not familiar with our kits, how great our beading kits are. We do new beading kits every single month, sometimes twice a month for events. And then we have a themed kit every single month. So these will be available. They're available right now on this live show, although I haven't talked about them much. They'll also be available tomorrow morning at 10 if you want to purchase one then. But you do have to do it during this live show in the next 9 minutes before I head out, or tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. To 11 a.m. Pacific. I will be live again and the shop will be open. But otherwise, we have to close it down so that we can figure out how this whole thing works, you know? It's kind of crazy. Here's that diamond glaze I was talking about. It comes in that Midsummer Market kit, and that's what I used to do that really fun pendant. And I'll probably do one tomorrow of some sort. I haven't decided what exactly I'm doing. Those of you that watch me regularly on our Softflex YouTube channel or Facebook page know that I just sort of like to fly by the seat of my pants. So, I don't know what we'll end up doing. This was our giveaway today. Does anybody here know how these giveaways work on Whatnot? Will it be automatically added to somebody's order, somebody who ordered today? I'm so curious to know. This is one of our quads. We usually come out with a quad. You'll want to start the giveaway and it will run for 5 minutes while people can enter. Oh, start the giveaway. Let's do it. Then after 5 minutes, it will choose a random winner. Okay, let's that's exciting. Let's do the giveaway. I'm ready before the show ends today. So this is a Softflex quad, and I don't know. How do you enter, Thomas? How does it work? I am not even sure. It's automatic. Okay, so but how are they entering? Just by being here? Once you start the giveaway, it will give the option to enter on the screen. Okay, is anyone seeing the option? Is there anybody seeing a yellow button? This is so exciting. Anyway, this is a Softflex quad. It comes with 4. Oh, I see it. I see my yellow button. Do you guys see it on your end? Well, is the yellow button just something I see? Thomas needs to pin and run. Oh, there it goes. People are seeing it. Oh, we got it. Yay! Okay, so we've got 4 10-foot spools, the dark blue lapis, the tanzanite, the pink tourmaline, and the color of the year. We call it spinel. You might call it Viva Magenta. You will get all 4 of these if you are our giveaway winner. So you're going to get 40 feet of Softflex of 4 different colors. These are all the 019 medium, which is the most commonly used diameter of Softflex. They're all 49 strands of stainless steel braided together with a color nylon coating. So the color is right in the nylon. It never wears off. It never changes. It's always that beautiful color that you see here. And we come out with a quad usually once or twice a year. We look at the Pantone colors and kind of compare and contrast what we have in our color selection, and then decide, what 4 colors we think are popular for the season. Oh, that's awesome, Fern. I love that. Thank you for using Softflex. We really appreciate it. We're a small business out of Sonoma, California. There's 12 employees. We're not huge, and we appreciate every single order from anyone around the world, because people use our product worldwide, which sort of blows my mind. Only wire I use. I love that. Thank you so much. So I've got 2 minutes and 52 seconds, and then I will be choosing a winner, and will be sending you over to see my friend Kay Goss from Beadoria, who's going to be starting up her show pretty soon. I've never rated before, so this is a test for tomorrow, because it's one of the things I'm going to have to do from the Bead Bonanza tomorrow. Oh, I'm so glad you made it. Oh, I love that you buy our mystery bundles. We use Softflex in our Silver Silk projects. Oh, Teresa, I know you. I know that symbol. Awesome. I feel like a swashbuckler talking about raiding too. We're going to raid and pillage Kay Goss at Bedoria. Kay is wonderful. She has been in the bead business since she was a very little girl. Her mother owned a bead shop that she eventually took over. She's really fantastic. She can make several pairs of earrings in an hour easily, and I'm sure she's got something fun lined up for you this evening in just a few minutes after we do our live giveaway for this beautiful quad. I hope you guys enjoyed the earrings. I believe you can come back if you're just joining us now and watch this video later. We did a this or that, so I did them 2 different ways. I think most people thought the one on the left, this with the 3 beads, was the best option. But I tried it today with the Buddha as well, because I just thought it was super cute and a really nice option as well. We're down to just a couple minutes. If you want to place an order for anything in our marketplace, try to get that done, get your giveaway in, and hopefully you'll join us tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. We kick off the Bead Bonanza tomorrow, and it will be all day Friday, all day Saturday. Bead business to bead business will be passing along whoever is available and viewing. We're really excited to be a part of it for the very first time. Big thank you to Whatnot for reaching out to Softflex Company and inviting us to join this wonderful platform. And it's been really fun trying to figure it all out this week. How do you buy the bundle of those beads, the arabesque beads? I think you have to look in the marketplace. There is our winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You did it. Congratulations. Yay. Go to house and hit buy it now if you want to purchase something. I'll give you a couple seconds to do that, and also time for Kay to get loaded and get on so that I can find her hopefully here at the end. If for some reason I don't figure out how to do the raid feature, please go find Kay at Beadoria. She's B-E-A-D, Bead, or O-R-E-A. And you can find her there too. You guys, this was so fun. That went by super fast, didn't it? Thank you for spending some time with me today. We didn't set up any of our items to be for sale when we're not live. So that's what's a little different. We're not quite sure we're ready for that because of the inventory and accounting on the back end for us. So our stuff's only available when I am live. So last chance to purchase. It's only our second show. Third show tomorrow. We'll see you at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 1 p.m. Eastern. And even my dog is getting a little annoyed, so I gotta go. Let me see how I ended again, because it was quick. It was, create a raid. Use chat to send your viewers. Okay, we're gonna do it. Now, how do we figure this part out? Bead or, oh, I see her. There she is. Have fun. I can't wait to hear what Kay is up to. And here we go. Bye, everybody.